So we're back in Wargame Airland battle. This time we're taking a look at the fourth tutorial, I think. This one's on map control. Looks like this for exercise, the blue force will engage the red force again, blah 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 with the units we had before. And this time we'll have the mobile command posts. We shall see. Let's see what the tips are then. I assume we have to destroy all the opposition's command units, yeah. So we can move to sector Charlie to hold it, but then... okay, yeah. I was going to say that since we don't have a command, we would lose this sector, but we do have a command there. Mind you, we only have a recon. Send it fast to that for us there. Okay, so the command units allow you to control the sectors. You have to have one in the sector to control it and get the requisition points from it. Also, you have to have one in the sector with one of these arrows coming on in order to call in reinforcements. So that's what we're doing at the moment. So if the enemy has a command in the same sector as your command, then the sector is neutral. No one controls it. And that does happen quite frequently on larger maps. You can deny it to the enemy that way as well. Now I guess we might want to bring in our Abrams at some point. The enemy don't actually control the sector yet. They aren't giving us any advice, which is a bit irritating. We need to control Bravo really in order to bring in reinforcements. So that's what we will do. We need another command for that. Uh oh, so they have tanks incoming. So we'll get an Abrams in. And we'll place an infantry squad in the forest, in the town on our right, I think. The enemy control both these sectors, they have a command in both of them. We probably want to get Bravo soon. We could try and send a rifleman in ahead. Now we don't necessarily need Alpha once we've called in some units, so we might want to move forward and capture Bravo with that that command. We'll just wait for these units to appear. Maybe one more. It's a bit tense, I'm not sure what to expect. Okay. So it's time that we move this command forward. I think we've called in all the men which we summoned. This sector's only worth one. We still need to bring reinforcements, so if we can capture Bravo we can bring in men now. Gonna move this recon forward in order to spot the enemy. Can also move this one further away from the road because odds are the enemy are going to come down one of the two roads. So it's saying this sector is indicated by now and it allows us to call in reinforcements. So that's the sector we're going to go for next.
It's an honor to serve under your command.
We don't want to overrun ourselves though.
Speed up, driver.
So normally in the campaign your units are sort of perpetual, so if you lose them permanently. Which can be a difficulty.
Are you talking to me?
So we're going to move up. Can't really tell where the enemy are. Odds are they'll come down these roads. So this sector's worth 5. It's worth almost twice as much as this one. But this one allows us to bring in reinforcements, which makes it more useful to us. Now when you look at the arrow, that's where the units will actually spawn, probably on this road. And that means that if you can position men, like in this forest, with the ATGM and so on, you can take out anything which comes out. And you often see that with human players. So we're going to order it across the field so it doesn't go through the town. Although actually the town looks safe, so maybe we will go for it. Commands are generally relatively expensive. I mean, they're not very good in combat, and they cost a few hundred points, 100 and something. I think commands used to be more expensive, so it's good that they made them a bit cheaper. There's a town here, which we can garrison. So the units automatically switch to garrisoning now if they're in a town, whereas in the old game they had to be specifically told to go into a building.
Situation is under control.
So we're going to capture this sector relatively easily, I think.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to move our tank forward again. See, we still collect points, but we can't bring anything on because we don't control a sector which allows you to bring troops on. But we will do very soon.
It's an honor to serve under your command.
There's a balance between either putting them in cover or leaving them out, because obviously human players will expect the command to be in a forest or somewhere where there's cover, which means that those positions will be predictable. But on the other hand, they can't fire at them until they have line of sight. So back here they aren't less likely to guess that your unit's here, but if they see it they'll very easily be able to kill it. So now we're going to head on to try and take Echo, I guess. And to do that, I think we'll want to have another recon on, and maybe some infantry to rush the town. As you can see now they spawn here.
Yes, sir.
We'll move the Abrams forward again. I don't think they've given us any more units other than the command, but the command is pretty good. Oh, there might be something out there. Yeah, T-55's coming in. Let's get our Abrams into position. We could probably face them on the road, possibly. Or maybe not, they're coming in quite fast.
You've got something for me? Let's rock and roll.
Take some pot shots from there.
You've got something for me? Speed up, driver. We're in a hurry.
Now we'll drive back so they can't get close and penetrate our armour.
Ready to move,
It's the
sir.
strategy we have in mind. Try and keep these Humvees out of range.
Just spit it out.
Okay, we've got them down to 1 unit, which is pretty steady.
Customers for a taxi route. Ready to move, sir.
Okay, so we took out that unit. Maybe we'll be able to call in another Abrams soon. One Abrams could be overrun by enough of those small tanks. T-55s aren't particularly good, but numbers do tell.
Need some extra eyes, sir?
I think they have another one incoming now, in fact.
If the enemy is in range, so are we. At the ready, sir.
These Humvees are going to slowly make their way towards them, which might expose them to these tanks.
You spotted something?
Let's have these guns off, just so they don't give themselves away. So lots of T-55s again.
What are your orders, sir?
Maybe when we have both our Abrams, we'll position them. Looks like the enemy doesn't have their ATGMs here,
We're on
which is
the move.
good. Looks like the AI is determined to rush down this this road with the maximum of tanks.
Yes, sir. Advancing to fort.
So we'll position our men in this forest this time. Try and get these guys into the town before the T-55s can close in on them. Maybe some logistical supply would be good. So this Humvee might expose itself, or one of our Abrams is taking fire. It's not ideal.
Okay.
Let's check see if its armor is holding up. So it's a bit shaken, but not damaged. Should be able to handle this.
Platoon is formed and ready.
It's There's quite a few of them coming down the road though. So some are flanking us now, looks like.
At the ready, sir.
So it might be a good idea to get our tank further up.
Yes, sir. Are you talking to me?
And actually I'll redirect this guy just to... We'll just camp out this road basically. Well, I think we've filled up all the slots. We just need to make sure they don't penetrate through. Take out our units. Now one more Abrams and I think we'll be able to go for the town. We'll probably want to move our recon along the road.
Need some extra eyes, sir? Go ahead, over.
The recon is vulnerable to their fire, unfortunately. I think one hit will be enough from the tank to take it out. We can turn our guns, I guess. Maybe not, so it doesn't give itself away. Okay.
We're sweeping this area.
Waiting for that extra Abrams, I think. When it arrives, I'll make the move. What I'll do is I'll move the tanks probably to a position where they can fire on the men on the town if it's defended by troops, and our infantry will walk into the town on the bottom. We might have to hold off one more wave of enemy tanks first, or they control Delta as well. So that means that it would probably be advisable to put a recon on this flank, maybe, with another infantry unit in this town. We don't use up all our infantry right away, but they'll be handy. You can see there's some T-62s this time. The enemy tanks are improving in quality. We need to take this town. There's load tanks coming down this way as well. Yeah, they're coming down this flank, definitely. Might be in a bit of trouble here. There's only one rifleman unit waiting for them at the moment. Might have to redirect these guys.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
So I slightly outmaneuvered there, unfortunately.
You've got something for me?
Move on Abrams down. See, they spotted that rifleman unit. Much to our inconvenience. They'll probably be wiped out.
Not my one.
Just gonna get our Abrams down. These ones should probably stay against whatever's rushing our position. I need to put a new rifleman unit in that town, I think.
Someone called for a cab?
What is this? A recon. I still think we need a recon out here.
We're sweeping this area.
So that's where we'll head.
Fresh delivery. And
Seems like they know our commanders in this forest, which is the predictable position, so it's not surprising. We'll just resupply these guys and then we'll charge in, I think. These riflemen should be able to handle 2 tanks. They are taking a lot of fire though.
Where goes over there? What can the infantry do for you, sir?
Okay, well, we held them off at least. T-62s are coming in on this flank.
Need customers for a taxi route.
So the enemy tank might be in this back forest, would be the guess.
Speed up, driver. We're in a hurry.
I'm going to try and head down now.
Just spit it out.
looks like going for the infantry vehicles. Interesting.
Need a ride?
Tell the guys to head fast towards the town if they can. Tell this recon to head down to where the Abrams will be waiting. We have quite a few Abrams tanks, so we should be able to win, just with sheer numbers.
Someone called for a cab?
This one's a bit exposed.
At your orders.
Order the Humvees back, because they're all going to get killed.
What can the infantry do for you, sir?
Try and keep them in the town, while they search for the enemy command.
Just spit it out. Roger. Moving there. Out. Not my war.
It's hard to tell where the enemy command will be. I mean, it looks like it might have rolled out of the zone, because obviously it's on the move because the sector's not under control. It's a good way of telling, because only a parked unit can be moved.
Spotted
Yeah.
something?
Didn't realise this guy was under attack.
You'd be blind without him.
Let's put down these guys.
Anything you want.
Let's have them all ready. Because it's not a points game, it can be worth keeping our commands around. Let's get our recon up next to the Abrams. We turn on its guns. There's an enemy vehicle coming in here. We might have need of. Maybe an Abrams just to defend the command might be a good idea.
Yes, sir. Platoon is formed and ready.
Ah, there's the command, making a run for it.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately.
It's spotted up.
Oh, someone's taking fire. We'll go and check that in a moment. Who's been spotted? So some T-72As this time.
At the
A
ready.
bit more dangerous.
Get out.
You can see our infantry with their scout. They're using their units well. The scout is located these infantry units hidden in the town. We'll try and take out the scout though. Somehow they know we have men there. So 4 T-72As might be a bit much for an Abrams actually. I don't know.
Just spit it out. Ready to move, sir.
We'll see shortly.
We're on the move.
Calling the rifleman now, he's gotten close to us. It'd be quite handy to ambush the enemy tanks, having infantry waiting for them. Because at close range the RPGs can kill these guys. I mean obviously it's easy.
At the ready, sir.
Now we'll pull forward these Abrams because they're going to defend help defend this town. We'll see from either side
Let's rock and roll.
if we can. So the situation is we need to take Delta next. So that means squadron of infantry into the forest, supported by a recon. First, did the other one escape? Looks like he did.
Scouts ready, sir.
So we'll edge our way up on this flank as well.
Okay. We'll get there as fast as we can.
Meanwhile, these Abrams should be able to protect us against stuff charging up. Although actually, their field of fire is restricted by this forest up to here, which is not convenient. So it might actually be better to advance a little bit. Send our recon ahead, I guess. If it gets taken out, it gets taken out.
Yes, sir.
Maybe some logistical supplies. Okay. So the other sector the enemy can come in is in Delta, so it'll be important for us to stop them from doing so. So what we might want to do is just sneak some infantry into that town.
Need some extra eyes, sir?
Then try and sneak this guy over the top.
Are you talking to me?
In that case we'll want to have our Abrams a bit further forwards, together with at least one recon, more so they can see. Don't know if the Abrams are in range of that, probably not. We'll ask them to take it out though, we don't want them to have a forward operating base, we don't need it. Try and spot their command in Delta with this force. So as you can see, there was no point holding this sector, we could just use our command to hold this sector instead. If we want more points we can put one in Echo for the 5-pointer. Just want to take a peek, see what's up here.
We're sweeping this area.
Nothing so far, but the command must be up here.
Set a new observation post there.
Order this Abrams pair up there, because the enemy have to come on where the arrows are, unless they're already on the map.
Let's rock and roll.
This guy's struggling to kill this forward operating base, it's quite amusing. Okay. Well, we can't see the enemy, which is never ideal, but I'd guess they'd be in this forest if they're in cover. So we'll send the infantry in first, because they're least likely to be spotted.
You've got something for me?
Could send a command in. I might well do soon. Oh, there's a BDRM there. Uh-oh.
If the enemy is
What's
in range,
this?
so are we.
Might be in trouble here. T-55As. Get back in the forest. They could probably just pound the hell out of us. Though I think our optics might be better than theirs, so they might not have spotted us. This guy's a bit more of an irritation.
Just spit it out.
Send an Abrams to try and take him out. Send the new Abrams here. Keep our numbers up.
At the ready, sir.
There we go. There must be a command also in this sector, otherwise they wouldn't be able to control it. So that's just the command which left Echo, which we still need to kill, unfortunately. It can be irritating on the destruction map when the player just goes and hides their command somewhere. I remember once, I think we played for over an hour searching endless forest for the one command. We finally found it. That guy's almost dead. Oh, they got a scout coming in.
Yes, sir.
Not ideal. Don't want to spot our infantry in this forest, that's the main concern.
Lead. Follow. Get out of my way.
Oh, they might be about to spot the scout.
Head over.
Oh, we got that command. Fantastic.
Let's rock and roll.
Uh oh, this guy's gonna get himself in trouble.
Ready to move, sir.
It's too close. Yeah, see all the damage he just took? Well, some damage he just took from those little tanks. All because he was a bit too close.
Какие будут приказания, sir? It's not my war.
Rifleman unit ready and waiting. They're not firing on us yet, they all seem to be hiding in that forest, so it's quite possible any commands there. In a normal multiplayer game we'd call in artillery probably on this. Try and flush them out or panic them before sending in the infantry.
What are your orders, sir?
This Abrams was routed, understandably I guess. Under the circumstances.
Got something for me?
Just need to try and spot the infantry. Try and spot those T-55s and then take them out. Preferably with the infantry. Oh, they can see that
What are your
Abrams.
orders, sir?
And he can't seem to get in the forest, which is a bit of a concern. Oh my god, he could die.
Advancing support.
Oh, he took out the command. Mission accomplished. He's in a bit of trouble though, being so exposed.
What can the infantry do for
Oh
you?
dear. They might get this Abrams. I think that's will be the first Abrams we've lost. Lucky their accuracy is appalling.
Sir,
Sending these riflemen, I guess. We don't really need to though, since there's no command left here.
Got something for me?
So what we'll do is we'll go around the side. Stay away from their tanks. This Abrams will hopefully limp back to base where it can be repaired by some logistics. Oh, they come out. They're levelling up, that's just, they've leveled up to trained and hardened.
Are you talking to me?
We need to head away. I think we've got decent stabilizers, so we can just keep shooting on the move.
Let's rock and roll.
These guys might die, but just want to cause them some problems, if possible.
Got something for me?
One of our guys must be badly injured because he's routed.
Ordered, sir.
That's a lot of tanks we're sending these infantry guys in against. Might have miscalculated here.
Ready,
Maybe they're going to die. Oops. Well, these things do happen. So let's get our scout and our Abrams out soon. We'll take that sector Gulf. The riflemen are doing okay, it's just there's quite a lot of these tanks. I mean, they'll kill more than their points worth. Especially with the support of these Abrams. If this one's badly damaged, we might send him back for repairs as well.
We're on the move.
This one's out of ammo. Yeah. So those riflemen are now unsupported, so I think they'll probably be wiped out. Oh well. Hopefully these Abrams will get away from the T-55s in time before they kill all the riflemen.
Guns ready, sir.
The riflemen are fighting on, pretty bold.
Always comes down to the
Down to 1 unit now of the original 4. It did quite a bit, killed quite a few of the T-55s. But oh well.
At the ready, sir.
Maybe you don't want to have your heavy sort of elite tanks too close to like a ridge, because they can't shoot at the enemy as they come close, and then the enemy are in close range when they're actually able to fire, which won't necessarily end well.
Ready to move, sir. Who do you want us to transport?
This guy managed to escape. I think he might have gained a veterancy or so. Oh, I think we might be... Oh no, I'm just low on deployment points. So I haven't actually controlled many points, we're just using our points fairly efficiently at the moment. Oh, this Abrams taking a pounding. I guess you need to pull the other Abrams over. It's a bit silly of me not to move them earlier, I'm just being a bit lazy I think.
Yes, sir.
They can stop and resupply. Oh, they've come into the forest.
Who do you want us to transport? It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
It's okay, these riflemen should get them this time.
He is done us.
Come on. They don't seem to be the best shots, unfortunately. But they got him. Cool. So now it's time to take out the command in this sector. 4 Abrams should be able to take whatever squadron of tanks they have waiting for us. Because we know they don't have any ATGM. So when enemies start having the missile guys, you need to start worrying about your heavy tanks being wiped out.
Yes, sir.
Let's get these Abrams around the corner. And they've got some tanks heading down now. Hopefully these guys will be all resupplied up in time.
At the ready, sir.
In time to hold off this wave.
Ready to move, sir.
Gonna move them forwards now.
Let's rock and roll.
Cool. Okay, so there's the command, let's take it out.
You've got something for me?
forgot to take this command with us, so we'll send that one around the corner as well. Oh, we're losing something somewhere. We'll go and check it out. Our riflemen have found the enemy.
Waiting new orders, sir.
So turn off the weapon so it doesn't give itself away when the enemy comes in range, because I don't think it can kill them. I forgot to send our Abrams the fast way, so I don't think they'll get in range in time.
Are you talking to me?
They only go the quickest route if you tell them to, so otherwise they just head in a straight line towards the objective, which can be handy to send them in a straight line as well. They move this command, I don't know where it is. It might be crossing across here actually,
At the ready, sir.
to try and get, because they can only come on at these positions as we mentioned last time.
Need some extra eyes, sir? You've got something for me?
There's something here.
You've got something
There it is. It's going down to get this supply route here. I'm guessing it's probably our recon here which spotted it rather than the tanks. Or at least identified it. So those riflemen managed to survive. The riflemen do run out of ammo quite fast, so that's something I need to consider in future. I think we've won. The combined command test now. I don't know why that one's given a higher difficulty than this one. We'll see what we're given. Hopefully now we can finally demonstrate the aircraft. Looks like it. Combined air-ground command training. So our Marines have some Harriers, classic, and some Kiowas, which are also quite popular ones. Looks like we're going to have to drive our way up across the map, taking all of these positions using our current forces. It actually has a point score, so it might be 2 scores higher. Can I move units at the start? No. Okay.
I'll set up a new command post there.
The enemy is preparing to attack, apparently. They haven't given me very long to sort out my defense, have they? Oh my god.
Явись внимание.
Has sack loss, is that anti-air?
Yes, sir.
I should probably know, but I don't.
Отлично вас слышу.
So what we're going to be given? Tanks and aircraft. So we have some Harriers. We can call in another Abrams. We'll see if these can shoot at air or ground in a moment.
Отлично вас слышу.
Take a close look. They look like ATGM actually.
Sky is ours.
See, I've called in a plane. It's our first chance to see them in action. The Harrier comes in, takes a pot shot, takes another pot shot. Might have killed one. Now it's evacing. Okay. I don't know if they've been given anti-air, so we might just be free to use these like more or less however we like. We haven't been given any infantry, which is a slight concern.
Are you talking to me?
So no infantry map. We must have been given logistics though, yeah.
At
Which is
the ready,
good.
sir.
Without them we might seriously struggle. So the helicopter is like a superior recon unit. Most helicopter recons have exceptional optics, and also obviously because they're higher they get a better line of sight most of the time.
You've got something for me?
I'm going to move forward. I think there was an ATGM, the sack
At
loss,
the ready, sir.
so that's a slight concern for our tanks. How many Harriers have we been given? A lot of Harriers. Normally in the skirmish mode you're not going to have anywhere near that many. Though I guess if your deck was this small you probably could. We're in the lead. I don't know if that's important because I didn't see what the objective was at the start. Let's see if it can list the objectives. Doesn't look like it. Well.
Scouts ready, sir.
So this guy, we want to use him to scout the enemy but not got shot down. Remember that helicopters in this game are actually extremely vulnerable. Which I suppose is realistic. See there's an enemy command there which we can see. Could call in, we'll call in the aircraft, why not? No point having them if we're not going to use them.
Sneaking in.
I think even if you break line of sight the aircraft will still go for them, otherwise it's a bit ridiculous.
Give 'em hell,
Let's
boy.
see if you can get him. Yeah, luckily it automatically evacs after it's used all its ammo.
Got something for me?
Sadly I think it missed both shots. I think as usual we just need to kill all the enemy commands. Which is handy.
Orders, sir.
So going over the top of this hill is going to be a bit irritating, so I think we'd probably prefer to go around this way. Ah, there's enemy tanks in that forest. Didn't see that before.
Get out of my way.
We'll quickly logistics ourselves up. So after the airplanes go back in the game, they go back and you see it's refueling and rearming of weapons. So next thing we'll do is we'll send in the Harrier again, now it's rearmed and refueled. And other tanks take up position here, in case they make a run for it. We might get another Harrier just to give us a better chance of hitting them. They don't seem to be the best. Not the best. Okay, so we're going to head left, I think was what I suggested.
We're on the move.
Helicopter going first, just in case. Oh, there is another tank. We might take some rear fire. Or maybe not. So we have the recon helicopters. It's always, I find it's quite good to have one vaguely near your command. Not giving away its position generally like it is now, but gives you a bit more chance of responding in time, especially when you have aircraft which can come on the map very fast to respond to a threat.
Are you talking to me?
So there's no sign of the enemy infantry
We're on the move.
or such over here, which is good. So I guess we can head over the top.
Where do you want it delivered?
Our aircraft are back operational, which is good.
Need some extra eyes?
We'll edge over the top of this hill maybe and try and see what's up there. It's always a bit nerve-wracking going over the top of this hill because there could be loads of enemy units just over the top. You wouldn't be able to see them because of line of sight. So there's a forward operating base ahead. See, look, it goes up and down. It's good to bear in mind the lay of the land. So we could go on this hill and fire down if there's nothing in this forest. So we'll get the Abrams into this forest. That's the suggestion. Even though we know there's enemy tanks in this forest still. I'm risking things a bit here. I won't call them the helicopters, just the airplane, just for realism, because normally they would have loads of anti-air here in the game, in
What are
multiplayer.
your orders, sir?
We'll send the Abrams across. It seems secure for now. But this place isn't that safe, so we need to stay alert.
You'd be blind without us.
No, there's a tank there.
Sneaking in.
I think the helicopters will land if you have them over things which aren't going to obstruct them. So generally I try and keep them over top of a building or a forest. They can get shot down by close range fire of machine guns as well as anti-air weapons. That's why I'm not just charging it forward and checking everything which is there. I might send in the Abrams here, though I think it'll be safer to call them in here so they'll go around. Another command maybe. We need to save up a few points for that though. Yeah, we'll get a command.
Guns ready, sir.
Position our helicopter over this farm. We'll order these Abrams to take out the forward operating base first. Then this hammock can resupply them.
Feeling that you're about to put our lives at risk.
Don't know if they need fuel that much. But they are a bit low actually. We're not going to capture this sector, we're going to ignore it and head on to the next one. That's my feeling. Don't know where that guy's going.
At the ready, sir.
I think you can probably fire straight at that command actually, computer. I think it's going quite well. Just a bit gradual I suppose.
What are your orders, sir? Advancing to coordinates.
Try and get this command up this way.
I'll be there soon.
we're unlucky, there'll be a tank waiting and they'll all be taken out. Oh, this guy's running out of fuel. Need to get these Abrams down here. Oh my god, he might just die. Ooh, get out of range. Ah, he's routed, he's gonna get some killed. Our airplane is coming in. Let's see how he does. And we've got some helicopters as well. The Harrier can take on the helicopter. It's an all-purpose plane. So Abrams is so dead. These Kiowas are unarmed, unfortunately. There is a variant which has guns. This guy's still alive at least. I'll risk it and send them in even though we haven't secured this position.
Just spit it out. Someone need a guardian angel? Heading to giving grid reference.
Our plane's coming in here. I don't want to expose our command though.
It's an honor to
Bit
serve
worried
under
about
your
it.
command.
Come on, Harrier. In it comes, pretty fast, relative to everything else, of course. Will it take a shot? Didn't kill it. Oh
At the ready, sir.
dear. We'll try and get our armoured commander into
Are
position.
you talking to me?
They might be heading around the back with those tanks.
The sky is ours. You've got something for
Maybe
me?
we'll save our ammo actually. So we can also use the plane to scout vaguely,
Someone need a guardian
but I don't
angel?
see anything, so we'll evac. Evac's pretty quickly off the map.
Are you talking to me? I knew you wouldn't leave us idle for long.
It's about to capture this position, which will help. We haven't got anything to take on the helicopters other than the Harriers, of course. And here they come.
You spotted something?
We could order another Harrier soon, which we will, I think. There we go, 2 Harriers.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Wouldn't want in. We'll order it to take out the plane, I think.
Making an attack run.
And hopefully it'll spot the enemy tanks and we can order the other Harrier to take out the tanks.
It's gonna rain down on them crawlers. On my way to coordinates. Out. Brace yourself. Flying in.
So we're halfway there. Could try and use the Harriers to just sneakily take out all their ground-based things. Maybe Harriers can't attack
Sky is
forward
ours.
operating bases.
On my way to coordinates. Out.
Well, there's not much sign of anything here. So we'll evac out. And we'll command our Abrams. Oh, they do have AA. I thought I evac'd you. Okay, so that does make a difference.
Good scout is one you don't see.
The plane survived, but as you can see now it has to repair as well. They can get shot down, but they don't often.
Yes, sir.
Turning in the Kiowa first,
Good scout is one you
see
don't
what's out there. Well, they've recaptured Alpha, that's irritating.
You'd be blind without him.
send this command forward to see what they've got.
Where do you need us, sir?
We could order the Harrier in if we quickly see their command.
Where do
I
you
think
need
that's
us,
their
sir?
tank again. Oh, this Kyra does have missiles. Okay.
We'll get a better look from there. Got the binoculars, Corporal.
Oh, come on. Yeah, we got it. That's good. Unfortunately, this Kyra was getting killed. In fact, it is dead. Oops. Order another one of them. The actual armed ones.
Got something for me?
They don't have line of sight. This is bad.
Advancing to coordinates.
They might get taken out. At close range, they're not that good.
All of you, get out of my way.
Taking some long-range pot shots at least. Currently our planes are all resupplying, unfortunately. Gonna lose an Abrams here.
We're on the move. Got the binoculars, Corporal.
Sending all our planes just because we know they're vaguely there.
Someone need a guardian angel?
These Abrams, I don't think they're going to get away.
All of you, get out of my way.
Capture that forward operating base, I suppose.
Are you talking to me?
Oh, we got one. That's pretty lucky.
Send it out.
These guys need to head back down here, though, to resupply.
What's the plan? Go ahead, over.
Then we'll send the planes back to restock on missiles. Then we'll head to the next objective.
Good scout is one you don't see.
One of them took a hit, it looks like, again.
Just
So
send it
unlucky.
out. I'll report to you when I'm there.
We need to get this scout forward so we can see what's going on. There's definitely some enemies out here.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Making slow but steady progress forwards. Oh, T-80, oh my god.
You'd be blind
Oh,
enough.
that is serious threat.
Good scout is one you don't see.
Planes are incoming. They come from the little arrow, the blue one. This indicates an airfield.
The captain
So we have to call these guys back because we know there's anti-air in the sector. In fact, it looks like they've
Captain and his crew welcome you
gone
aboard.
too far already. Need to get this Kiowa back out so we can actually see what's going on. This guy has a fair amount of fuel. We might be able to pull off another shot
On my way to coordinates.
in
Out.
time. No, don't fly too close to Echo. He's heading towards Echo at the moment.
It's gonna rain down on them crawlers. Sky is ours.
Don't know what those are. Hopefully not T-80s. Oh, they are T-80s.
Rocket roll.
It's problem day. So the Abrams aren't fantastic against the... oh, they aren't very good T-80s actually. Might be alright.
One you don't see.
It's good practice using the aircraft. I don't normally get this many at my disposal. Definitely not ones which are this good, with so much air superiority.
Ready to move, sir.
There's their command, which we will take
Are
out
you talking to me?
if we can.
It's an honor to serve under your command. Someone need a guardian angel?
So it looks like we do need line of sight to get the planes to hit them. I was maybe wrong. At least when they're in cover.
Where do you need us, sir?
We evac them so they take the minimum fire from Echo. comes the next one.
Captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
There we go. We got that one.
Yes, sir.
Which is cool. Looks like we can take up position in this forest, maybe.
Let's rock and roll.
That's what we'll head for, I think. Get the Kiowa up as well.
Binoculars, Corporal.
Get one of these planes flying in.
Ready to go.
I think we'll get line of sight in a second.
Need some extra eyes, sir? You've got something for me?
There's quite a lot of them. Hopefully we have enough Harriers.
I'm making an attack run. It's gonna rain down.
If we send enough, then the AA probably won't be able to take them all down. On the bright side.
Oliver, get out of my way.
When these are both their missiles, they normally evac. It's handy.
Need some extra eyes, sir?
Now we know they have AA, so we need to be careful here with our... Oh my god, it's a fighter. Oh my god, that was unexpected.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Sort of irritating fighter craft they have, ready to take out our recon. They're gonna get it, it looks like. Although we stunned him back.
You spotted something?
We might need another recon over here.
Just spit it out.
Oh, come on, someone shoot down that enemy fighter.
Sky is ours.
I think they're shooting their plane, unfortunately. I didn't know they had planes. This comes as a bit of a surprise.
What are your orders, sir?
There we go. That's what happens when you engage enemy aircraft with a scout helicopter. You get killed. My mistake again, of course. Who else would make that sort of mistake but me? Oh my god, they're bringing all sorts of air defense now.
Need some extra eyes, sir?
Let's get this Kiowa back before it gets killed. The Abrams should take out the Shilka,
Need some extra eyes, sir?
I think.
Let's rock and roll.
Oh. This guy might get himself in trouble. That's alright for now.
You'd be blind without him.
At least when you have many of them, you have a fair chance of calling in the support you need. Armoured squadrons coming in.
Got something for me?
Take on these T-72s. Ah, they got the Shilkas there. If we can kill the Shilkas, then the other guys can come to the rescue of our actual squadron, as it were. Let's get the Abrams firing, and then we'll call in all the Harriers at once on the T-72s. Can't see if they have a command there. Looks like not at the moment. Oh, okay, they're going to get into range with the enemy tanks soon.
Ready to move, sir.
It's the Shilkas we need to kill. I think there's only one left.
Someone need a guardian angel? Where do you need us, sir?
So if these tanks can get in range, hit that Shilka, hopefully we'll synchronize well enough to call in the Shilka, lads. Come on, Shilka. Hopefully our aircraft can come in for the hit. Oh, we got hit by one of the enemy aircraft.
Good scout is one you don't see.
All our airplanes going to get confused here.
Someone need a guardian angel? What are your orders, sir?
Oh, there's the command. Win this. Come on. Yeah. Success. We're fully qualified for field assignment. There you go.